Last person out.
Hey everybody. Give me 1 second. Come on in, people. It's time for the plug. So y'all know I got a word. If you don't know, you're gonna find out in a few minutes. My name is Rutanya, and I am the plug. I am the plug. My name is Rutanya, and I am the plug. I am the plug.
Wherever you are in the world, hello and welcome to the Hustle House. Tonight, we will be discussing the mindset of a community leader with a very special guest, OMG.
Yes.
Here on the ones and twos, we have Jay, Kurt, David.
I don't know if y'all can hear that. I'm about to come on in a few seconds. Thank you guys for watching.
Ask you to stick and stay with us. Invite you to This time is sponsored by
Hey everybody that's coming on the live.
You know what? We have an awesome deal. We're gonna pin that up for you.
Hey y'all.
Look out for it. It's coming up.
I know it's been a long time. I'm about to literally do this interview, guys, on Clubhouse.
All right, guys, go ahead and keep on hitting that plus sign. We're going to hear from the amazing Tanya Sellers here in a little bit. She's going to be sharing with us her amazing journey story to becoming a community leader.
How y'all doing tonight? I'm on Clubhouse, you guys. I'm on Clubhouse. I'm on Clubhouse, you guys. Y'all know I gotta get my camera together. I'm on Clubhouse, you guys. I'm on Clubhouse. Anybody that's on my YouTube channel, you guys put something in the chat and let me know if you can hear me. Be quiet, Mobile. Put some things in the chat so I can know that you can hear me. Y'all, come on. Can y'all hear this? I hope y'all can hear this in the background. Let me know if y'all can hear it, please. Whoever on the live.
60 seconds. And once more, this room is sponsored by It's an accelerated training course for entrepreneurs and entertainment professionals who operate both behind and in front of the camera.
Guys.
Here we coach you from the A to Z on social media.
I'm on Clubhouse, you all.
Follow the house and the moderators in order to.
So I don't know if you can hear this audio.
Where we provide priceless value. We begin in another 30 seconds.
Shoot.
Tanya is here, and we are just excited to hear from her on what is the mindset of a community leader.
I don't know if y'all can still see me. All right. How's everybody doing? They like setting everything up. And if you know anything about Clubhouse, you guys, you know that it's an audio app.
All right, keep on inviting people to the room. We're going to hear from Tanya here.
If you guys want to jump on Clubhouse,
you
can jump on Clubhouse so you can hear it better.
We're excited for you to hear from this amazing community leader.
Yes. Yes, you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining the Plug Power and Purpose YouTube channel. This is a live broadcasting on the audio app on Clubhouse. This is my audio app Clubhouse interview. And I wanted to get on here just so you guys can participate with me. Whoever's watching the video, please put in the chat and let me know if you can hear me.
how she renewed her mindset. I'm going to tell you a little bit about her, and after that, she will talk for about 7 or so minutes, and then I'll ask her some questions, and then you will get a chance to join us for the last 15 minutes to ask her anything that you want to ask. Now, this woman has a heart and desire to see the captive set free. 4 years ago, she went through what she thought would be the worst time of her life.
Indeed.
She was homeless and pregnant. And during that time, the Most High God, Yahweh, spoke to her and told her that, listen, this is your mission. She knew she had work to do, and once she began to recover and reacclimate herself back into society, she began to take the necessary steps to serve. She began to volunteer her time, her services,
it's an audio app, you guys,
finances to provide new mommy makeovers to the mothers that lived in similar facilities that she was in. By the grace of God, she was able to provide hair and makeup services and brunch for other mothers. She speaks to the mothers. She encourages them. She lets them know that she was sent here to let them know that they too can be restored and be healed. This is not the end all be all. There is hope on the other side. And she's a living, breathing, walking, talking witness. However, due to COVID-19, she was unable to continue providing those services. It catapulted her into finally getting Noble Haven Incorporated off the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, give it up for Rutanya.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for that introduction. Sheena, I appreciate you. Jay, thank you so much for hosting this room for me. I really appreciate it. It's an honor to be here. I thank everybody that's in the audience and everyone that's on the stage. I'm excited to be here. I'm just so thankful to God for everything that he's doing in this season, you guys. And one thing about me is I can't deny my faith. I'm a woman of faith. I'm a woman of God. And I just love him. And without him, none of this would be possible. I never would have made it if it wasn't for him. And so Sheena gave a great explanation about who I am and a little bit of my background, but I'll just give you guys the story and the synopsis of how did Noble Haven come to be and how did we get here today. Of course, my name is RutanyaS. I am originally born and raised in Monroe, Louisiana. I moved to the DFW, which is Dallas-Fort Worth area, probably in the early 2000s. And I had been living out here on my own for a while. I was, finding myself as a young 20-year-old, trying to get out out from under the wings of their parents. And so around, I started to begin to pick up, different, I would say gifts and talents. So I began to go to beauty school and I got my cosmetology license. So I was working that about a couple of years. So around about 2016, I was literally at the height of my career, like literally. I was doing fashion shows. I was doing photo shoots, background stage work, working with celebrities and things of that nature. And when I became pregnant in 2016 with my one and only child, and it was pretty tough on me, I guess, because I was, older in age, 33 when I became pregnant. And I literally ran through the reservoir and all my savings because I was just that sick. I could not do hair anymore, hair or makeup. I was just tired from being pregnant, I guess, for the first time. I guess people experience pregnancy in a different way. So around 7 months into my pregnancy, I lost everything. It took a dramatic turn for the worse. And I was like, what's really going on? I don't quite understand. And so I ended up moving around quite a bit. I traveled from the Dallas-Fort Worth region to Houston, Texas. I left Houston, Texas, and went all the way to Virginia. And then I went from Virginia, came back from Virginia to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, where it was like, okay, Rutanya, you have to sit down. You can't keep running. You have to get somewhere, safe for you and your child. And so I decided to go ahead and go into a facility for pregnant women, because I just didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't have, really any help. And the father of my child, he wasn't trying to assist me at all. Let's just go ahead and be real about it. And so I went into the facility not knowing what was going to happen. I was scared out of my mind, but I knew I had to stay strong because I had an unborn child living on the inside of me. So that really gave me the push and the drive that I needed to keep going. So I speed up from all of that. The whole while I was in there, God was showing me my mission. And most people say assignment. No, that wasn't something that I had to go in and complete. He was showing me what was going to be my life's work. And so had I not went through those particular hardships, I would have never known that this was something that God was ordaining me to do for the rest of my life. So I say all that to say, once I began to, after I had my child and I began to reacclimate and reestablish myself back into society, I was able to, I said, I didn't know how I was going to get here, but I knew that I needed to do something to start moving, walking by faith and not by sight. And so around 2018, I decided to go into other facilities similar to the ones that I lived in, where they provided services and housing for women that are experiencing homelessness while they're pregnant. And let me just put a pin in it and say this: I would have never known this was a thing if I had not went through it myself. I didn't know that was a thing. I always thought that when women get pregnant, they had a rally of supporters around them, excited about the new life that's being born. But I began to see that wasn't the case. So I went into those facilities, and I was out on my own dime, on my own time, with my own funds, my blood and my sweat and my tears and my heart. I provided brunch for the moms and makeup and hair services for them. And I did that all the way into 2019, as Sheena said. And then it was COVID-19 hit and nobody could do anything. The world shut down. So here we are. I had to literally sit down and say, okay, what do I do now? And so that was the birthing of Noble Haven Incorporated. So with Noble Haven Incorporated, we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization where we provide a safe and welcoming environment to reacclimate and reestablish homeless pregnant women back into society. And we will be the only facility in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that will, once we begin to build, we will house the women and their children up to a year postpartum. And so I just wanted to share a little bit about how we got here, how the start and the birth of Noble Haven. If Jay or anyone else has any questions, or if not, we can continue to move forward.
No, man, let's hear that story, girl. I'm so, I'm in it. Come on, don't break my concentration. I'm loving it.
I'm sorry. I didn't know, because I could go, I just wanted to let it breathe for a second. But yeah, so I was able to get Noble Haven up and off the ground. And here we are today. My establishment is not but a year, but we are definitely going to be putting on our first annual holidays for the homeless at Noble Haven Incorporated during the Christmas break season. And we have been receiving donations and things of that nature. But of course, we still need your help because we want to provide a plethora of services to the people that are experiencing homelessness during this holiday season. In the Dallas-Fort Worth area, it's already cold outside. So the temperatures are dropping deeply at night to the 30s and the 40s and the 30s. So it's like, I can't even imagine not having anywhere to go during these times. And then it's still the pandemic, you guys. We can't forget that it is still the pandemic. So these people are out there braving the elements and having to live perpetually in the midst of a deadly virus that we have going on right now. So we're going to be providing a plethora of things to people that are experiencing homelessness during the holiday season. We're going to do sleeping bags. We're going to do the PPE products, the face mask, the hand sanitizer, and then basic needs. We can just go in our restroom or our bathroom to use some soap, some tissue and things of that nature, but they don't have access or daily access to those type of things. So we're going to do toiletries, toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, deodorant, just things that we as people take for granted. We can just get up and do it, but they don't have the ability to do that. And so we here at Noble Haven, we're going to make our mark in the earth, starting here and starting now. And we want to definitely get you. This is a real call to action, you guys. We need the support of the community. We need your support. Everybody that's under the sound of my voice, I really want you guys to click on my profile, go to my Instagram and click the link in my bio and go to noblehaveninc.org. Noblehaveninc.org, you guys. And give support. If you are in the region, or even if you're not, you want to fly in and put your hands to the plow, pound the pavement with us, alongside of us, and lock arms with us, so that we can show these people that even though this world is seeming that it's going crazy, there are still humanity. There are still people out here that actually care for the souls and the lives of another human. And this is what we have to get back to, you guys, having that compassion. I always say, in order to have compassion, you must have passion for a thing. And so that's where, it derives from. It derives from the heart. It derives from you, the you having to walk through it and experience it yourself. And sometimes we don't have to experience it ourselves. We could just have a heart just to give. And so I would just, hearken everybody to just go and donate today, right here and right now, while we're Clubhouse app. Those that are, and I'm broadcasting live on my other streams, so YouTube, Facebook. You guys go and give. noblehaveninc.org, you guys. We need your support, and we definitely are looking for volunteers, you guys. That's the most important thing. Serving with your body, serving with your hands, serving with your feet, and being someone that's an instrument to let these people know that there are people that still care about us. We're not thrown by the wayside. We're not forgotten. And so even in the Bible, it says, if you feed one of my sheep, if you give them something to drink, then you have fed me and given me something to drink. So Noble Haven is always going to stand on the philanthropy of the core of our actual. Did somebody want to say something?
Oh, girl, I'm in the amen corner.
Yeah, so Noble Haven Incorporated is definitely going to stand on the pillars of hope, because that's what we want to give people when they cross paths with us, when they come into contact with one of the board members, the team members, the volunteers. We want them to know that there's hope in this world that seems so cold. There is definitely hope, and there's people out there that really care. So our event is going to be December the 18th, 2021 at 3 p.m. We would love for you guys to come out. We would love for you guys to donate and support. We still need help. We still need you. And get in on being the first one to support this young nonprofit organization that's going to go far. You never know. Your name could be on one of the bricks that once the building begins to be built. You can be somebody that can say, I'll help with the foundation piece of this particular organization. And I'm going to go on mute. That is me. I'm done speaking for right now. If anyone has any questions, I will greatly appreciate it and answer them accordingly.
All right. Thank you so much, Tanya, for this amazing story of your journey as a community leader. We appreciate you for coming and giving this amazing value about your story. you guys can definitely go ahead and support Rutanya and what she's doing for the homeless. Support her event, attend, go to her website. The link is posted up here at the top. You guys, we're here in the Hustle House. Amazing club, amazing rooms here. Be sure to give them a follow as well. Show them some love. We're here talking about the mindset of a community leader with our special guest, Tanya Sellers. Now we're going to go ahead and get into some one-on-one questions with our lovely host, Sheena. And while we're waiting, keep on inviting people to the room. Let's let everybody know that this is an amazing space to be in right now. Invite your friends, invite your family. Let them know that we are supporting a good cause. SoCmed Bootcamp is giving back to community leaders who are out there doing the work. SoCmed Bootcamp is an accelerated training course empowering entrepreneurs with social media mindset and marketing. All right, back to you, Sheena. Thank you.
Thank you,
guys, for watching.
Tanya, girl, you had me from the get-go. And I got a lot of questions, but I'm just going to be cute and keep it down to 3, But just tell me, or tell us about the moment of epiphany when your purpose was revealed to you. Remember, you were homeless, you were pregnant, you were scared. You probably was like, God, what did I do to deserve this? And then God says, but this is what I want you to do. Tell me about that moment. I close my mic.
Yes, ma'am. It's almost like the pinnacle moment in my life. I can say, most people like it was the valley experience, but it really was the peak. It was the point of transition for me. When I was no longer going to be the old person that I used to be, and I was going to literally have to transition into the new phase, the new me. When the Bible says God is doing a new thing, do you not perceive it? It's springing forth, and sometimes we don't perceive it. The new thing is ourselves, is being changed, and the mindset that we used to operate in that was hindering us. And so I had time. I couldn't run from God anymore. I'm sitting here big as a house, 7-8 months pregnant, can't really go anywhere. So it's like I had to sit down. I had to actually listen to what the Most High God was speaking to my heart about my destiny. And so it was a point where I was just like trying not to go into a deep state of depression. And I'm just like, how did I get here? I'm looking at these walls in this room, looking at my belly. Just a year ago, I was, rubbing shoulders with some of the cast members from Married to Medicine, doing hair at a fashion show. Like, what? How did I get here? And God had to tell me, you have to realize, Rutanya, I'm not punishing you. I'm pushing you.
Yeah, drop my So, all right. So a lot of us, we go through our lives and we're like, why am I here? What is my purpose? And you are one of the very few persons who I can say I've had the pleasure to speak with, who has identified, who has had his or her purpose revealed. No, you have your purpose revealed and you're on this journey. You're like, okay, I know what life is about. I know what I'm about. And then you hit up into something. This is your question. What is your scariest moment while running this facility? Something happened one day and you're like, Jesus Christ, am I hearing from you? Is this my part? Are you sure? What is your scariest moment?
Wow. Wow. I believe was the inception when I was initially signing the paperwork to get everything solidified, with the IRS. I mean, you got to go through so much paperwork, you guys. It's not even funny. And I was petrified because there was something that I had never done for me before, running like a legitimate business, like that's gonna be big, that's gonna be major. And I knew then, I was like, oh my God, this is really the mission is happening. All these years that I've been running and fighting and hoping, looking to the left, looking to the right, wondering when it was going to show up, and it's here. And I bawled my eyes out. Like I cried like a baby because I was like, oh my God, is it really happening? It's materializing. It has manifested. And so I even now it terrifies me just thinking about it, because I know it's going to be bigger than what I can even imagine, because God had to tell me. He said, you have to understand, Retanya, this is a 2-for-1 special. I was like, a 2-for-1 special? God, what are you talking about? He said, not only are you going to be assisting in saving the mom's life, but you're going to be assisting in saving the child's life.
Oh, that's beautiful. The Bible says that He can do exceedingly, abundantly, and beyond anything that we can ask, think, or even imagine. So all we have to do, we just have to dream. We just have to believe. And you are telling me that you see your purpose, it becomes your dream, and that moment when all you had to do was sign your signature and step into your dream, you get scared like, God, is this happening? So it is happening. You're in the middle of it now, and we are in COVID. COVID poses a challenge to many, if not most, if not all. But everybody has their own challenge to face. So everybody has their own challenge to face. You have a baby facility, not for babies, but it's young. It's a baby. And it is offering care to a set of persons in the community that requires a different kind of delicate care required kind of thing. What are the challenges that you are experiencing now that you can attribute to COVID-19? Ladies and gentlemen, you may begin to raise your hand and come up to the stage, because it's time for you to ask Rutanya any question you have. So you could begin to raise your hand and you can begin to come up to the stage as Rutanya answers that last question. What are the challenges that you are facing that you can say, yup, it's COVID?
Well, right now, the challenge that I'm facing due to COVID is just COVID, period. We have to take our lives will never be the same. No one, even after they say, oh, we have a cure, our lives will never be the same. So COVID is a challenge in itself, just because it's here. It's a nuisance. It's annoying, and it petrifies a lot of people. It instills a lot of fear. But for me, having been in this pandemic with everyone else, and knowing that it hasn't hit my house, and I'm so grateful to God for that. So it's like I cannot operate in the spirit of fear, because fear and faith, they can't occupy the same space. So I have to choose every day, no matter if the fear of COVID-19 is looming over my head on a daily basis. I have to choose every day that no matter what, I have to push forward. So the challenges for me is just pushing forward in the midst of these hard times. A lot of businesses are still not back up and running, and mine is going full for it in the swing of things. And so what I'm initially going to be trying to do coming up in 2022 is finding the proper grants so that I can get the building and the facility up and running the way that I want, that God had showed me in the vision. So that's one of the challenges, trying to get the funding for the facility so that it can be up and running and functioning the way that the original vision God gave me.
Thank you, Rutanya. You have scratched that itch. There are so many persons who are seeking fervently for their purpose, and to meet somebody who can say, the Lord has spoken to me. Yahweh has said, girl, this is it for you. I put before you 2 roads, but this is the one. Go ahead, girl, choose it, and you have chosen it. I'm going to ask the question because I'm greedy and I'm just loving this interview with you. Let me just go in your thing and give you a follow right now. Yeah, girl, I'll be following you. Now, you mentioned that the father of the child is not playing the role, but then you said that you discovered your purpose while being in that facility. If it were that he was playing the role, then maybe you would not be in that facility. This is your question. If you do it again, be with some man, love on him, he loves on you, you get pregnant, he goes, but you know at the back of your head that this is for the greater good and I'm going to have to suffer again, would you do it again? For the Lord, for the kingdom, for the community?
Ooh, good God Almighty, that is an awesome question. And me, where I am in my life, I mean, I don't take my baby back because she was the blessing. She was, he showed me this little girl when I was probably like a teenager. And I didn't realize it was her until a little while ago. But that is a hard question to ask because of my baby. I mean, I would be happy about the child, but the situation and the circumstance, I don't think I want to go through that ever again. Because, the heartbreak in the midst of that's what really broke me. It was the heartbreak. And I don't feel like I would want to endure that again because I don't need to be broken in that area anymore, if that makes sense. So I feel like it was, one time was cool with me. Okay.
So you said broken. Tasha Cobbs, she has a song called Gracefully Broken, and then you're a woman of the faith and you're in the kingdom, so you may know that song. I have two more persons on the stage, so I'm not really greedy, and I'm going to give others a chance to ask you questions, and maybe I'll come back to it, maybe not. Louise and Noreen joined us on the stage. Let me first ask Louise. Louise, did you have anything you wanted to ask Rutanya?
Not so much ask Tanya, but to commend and compliment her on knowing her calling, being able to recognize the calling that she was given in so many ways to what she's saying about pregnancy and homelessness. I just really want to tell her thank you for being able to reach out and do the work that you were sanctioned to do by the Heavenly Father and to keep going. You're an inspiration.
Wow, thank you so very much. I truly appreciate it. I really, really do, Louise. Thank you so much. I give God the glory because I'm telling you, I never would have made it. If it wasn't him talking to me every step of the way, I would have literally lost my mind, and just the story in itself of even all the way, the enemy fought me all the way up until I had her. Literally, I had to end up having an emergency C-section with her. Did not know that was going to even happen. And my baby, they pulled my baby out and she was not breathing for the first 7 minutes of her life. And I'm literally laying with my arms stretched out wide, kind of, representative of how Christ did, because that was my death process, right? And so my arms were stretched out wide. I couldn't feel nothing from my neck down. But guess what? My mouth was working. Okay. And so I began to speak in my heavenly language. I began to go in machine gun tongues because I'm like, the devil is a lie. You're not finna kill me on this table and kill my baby at the same time. So, we once I began to flow, although I couldn't move physically, my God, but I can move my mouth. And see, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. And so even if you can't move, you can open your mouth. Come on. And then and God said, if I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto me. And so no sooner than I start to begin to speak in those tongues in my heavenly language, I heard my baby cry. My God.
There's life and death in the power of the tongue. Rutanya, you are
y'all gonna make me shout on the background.
Girl, I'm over here on mute and I'm like, I'm going off in my tongue. Noreen, let's take it to Noreen because, hey, I love me my Jesus. Noreen, welcome to the stage. Did you have anything you wanted to ask or share with the rest of us, or Tanya specifically? The mic is yours.
Wait, before Noreen goes, I gotta say, what's up, sis? How's it going? Good to see you, fam. Hey, y'all don't know, but this is my sister. She is definitely a blessing for you to be here, and definitely great for you. to share. So hello.
Hi, sis. Hi.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks, Curtis, for that. I'm always trying to be on the back burner, trying to see what everybody else is doing. And so I saw your name in this room, and I'm like, let me see what Curtis is talking about today, because I know you invited me to one last night, but it was like in the middle of the conversation, so I didn't want to get on stage if I don't know what was being talked about. And so I'm glad that I found you in this one today so that I can listen in. And so thank you so much for inviting me to the stage, Miss Gina. I really appreciate the opportunity. I also appreciated the story of Rutanya. And girl, you are a strong sister, let me tell you. And one thing that we have to remember as people and whoever are Christian people, sometimes God takes you through things so you can pull someone else through it. So in your struggle, you found your strength and your purpose. And while you were talking, I went onto your Instagram page, and of course, I'm like I said, I'm nosy. I like to know who I'm getting in bed with. So I really appreciate what you got going on as far as the homeless. I really hate that was your struggle. But I'm glad that something beautiful and amazing came out of it. I can also relate to being a single mom. At the time, I was a single mom with 3 kids, working 2 jobs and put myself through college at the time. And I almost became homeless myself, but God.
Come on.
And so because of that experience, my husband and I, we do share a passion for trying to help the homeless in our city. And so we are trying to get involved in some things there. So I like I said, I definitely understand your struggle. And I yield the mic. Thank you for the opportunity to speak.
Wow, thank you so much, Noreen. Man, God is so good, And I have to tell people all the time, because I mentor a lot of people. I'm an intercessor as well. I do a lot of things, but I have to tell people, the moment that we surrender, the moment that you really surrender, throw your hands up and let God have his way, is the moment things begin to flow for you. I'm not saying that I don't have hard times. I'm not saying that people don't get on my nerves. I'm not saying any of that. I'm a human at the same time. But for the most part, God has established the foundation up under me in our relationship, because you ain't gonna be able to do this thing without a relationship. Okay. And so our relationship has been established. And so now when things come at me, I'm like, okay, because you done already seen me through some of the worst times in my life. This ain't nothing. And so, as you begin to continue to walk on your journey, it builds your strength, it builds your spiritual muscle. And so when things or anybody, even if somebody that you love come up against you, God says in Jeremiah, don't look at men in their faces. And the reason why he said that is because some of the times your enemy gonna be somebody you sleeping with. Ooh, okay.
You like to drop gems and then drop knives. I like you. I like you a lot. No, I do too. That was definitely dropping a gem and a bomb at the same time. So I'm going to go back to my question that I was asking. So you had said you were broken, and you were saying that you just had to walk the path. And then 2 songs came to me. Tasha Cobb's Gracefully Broken. And then when you say you had to walk, and in my head I hear, let me see you walk. So I'm like, yo, God, you so too much. But all right, so the title of the room, Mindset of a Community Leader. For you, it's one thing to be homeless. It's another thing to be pregnant and homeless. So for you to go through that traumatic experience, and then for you to go from there to where you are, you had to have a change in mindset, a growth mindset. You could no longer be limited to where you were psychologically, mentally, spiritually. And you sure didn't want to stay where you were financially. Tell me, what was the process of you having a renewed mindset? Passing the mic, Tanya.
Awesome question. Awesome question. So for me, and I can only talk about for me. During that process, I became closer with God. I began to understand that when I hear him, I'm hearing him clearly. I no longer doubted myself, because that's really what the problem was. And so once I began to trust God, God began to trust me. See, people think, oh yeah, God trusts me. No, you see, God had to tell me, you gotta trust me, and then I can trust you. Because see, if you can trust me and you don't see me, come on, and you can't put your hands on me, you can't physically touch me, but you trust me, then I can trust you. And see, in the kingdom, that in the world, that makes no sense. Well, I gotta trust somebody they gotta trust me before I can trust them. And it's the opposite with God. God is like, I want you to trust me, and then I can trust you. Because see, I'll make you faithful over the few, so you can be ruler over many.
Hey, come on, girl. Come on, girl. Yeah. Up my stream. Keep talking. Retanya, don't close the mic. I'm in the admin corner.
Yeah, so for me, it was really that process of being gracefully broken. Like I said, the moment that because they was like, I couldn't hear my baby when she first came out, and I literally just surrendered all, and I let go. I let God, and I began to allow the Holy Spirit to speak through me on that table, and I heard my baby cry. That was it for me. I said, God, I give it all to you. I have laid my life. I have went through this death process, and now, God, when I get out of this, when you pick me back up and you bring me out of this, I'm going hard, and I'm going in, and I'm not taking any prisoners. Every demon and devil must die. Okay, so here we are.
And you will no doubt recover all. Remember that scripture when David asked God, should I pursue them after they came back and Ziklag was burned? He said, pursue, and you shall no doubt recover all. Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, we have with us tonight a beautiful and strong woman, Rutanya Sellers. She has a pregnancy transition home and an event coming up. I'm going to ask her to just give another recap of that event, because she needs your support. If you have any questions, please raise your hands. We'll invite you to the stage. And all persons who are with me on the stage, please, just popcorn style, jump in, ask a question, because I've got a lot. Tanya, tell us one more time about your event.
Yes. So our first annual event, Holidays for the Homeless at Noble Haven Incorporated, will be December the 18th, 2021 at 3 p.m. in the Dallas-Fort Worth region in Texas. So as I said, we are still seeking partners, sponsors, and we definitely need you to donate, you guys. We are giving out sleeping bags, PPE products, tissue, soap, deodorant, socks, shirts, everything you would think, blankets, baby items, diapers, onesies, receiving blankets. We have all those things that we're going to be giving out during this holiday season, even up to toys. We will have the ability to give out toys to the kids, just in case, parents are financially strapped. They can come up and pick up a toy for their child, so their child won't be just toyless for Christmas. And we're going to be passing out food plates. We're going to have hot food plates and drinks for those that are going to be coming to the event, the homeless as well. So yes, we have a plethora of things we're going to be doing. And I believe I'm trying to enlist a DJ, just so we can make it a party, you guys. Like, these people don't know what it feels like, to just sit around and be celebrated. So instead of just going out there and just doing photo ops and all of that stuff, posting it all over social media, we're going to have a party. We're going to make it a party. So if this is going to be the best holiday holiday season they'll ever remember, So I'm just thankful to God for the ability and the heart to actually do this. Had I not went through my situation, I would have never in a million years thought about being a servant in this manner. And so, I would say, and I'm just gonna just insert this so it can be recorded. My mentor, Tanya Wright, is in the audience. Shout out to Mama Tanya. Shout out to Bria and Sabrina. They are part of Noble Haven Incorporated's boards, and I'm just thankful to them. She always tells me, make sure you say, Rutanya, always and forever, that you're blessed to be a blessing. And so I thank God for her always reminding me of that, because this is what this really is about. God blesses us so that we can be a blessing. It's not to hoard the things that we get. It's not to keep it in it's mine, no. It's, if you get it, give it, because even I call it biblical kingdom arithmetic. In regular sense, is 1 + 1 = 2, but God said 1 + 1 = 1 million. Okay. So that's the kingdom arithmetic we are going by. We are blessed. So God gives you one, you give one, and you get 1 million back. That's God. That's how it works, and that's how he wants us to operate here in this season and this time and going forward, because we're going to need each other like never before, you guys. And so these times are not getting any easier. The pretty much the poverty and wealth barrier is expanding as we're speaking. So it's not even going to be middle class anymore. It's going to be wealthy and poor. So God says, always have the poor among you. And he also gave us instructions to take care of the widow and the orphan. And so you want to make sure that you're always operating in obedience when it comes to God, because he'll make sure that you'll always be blessed so that you can be a blessing.
Go ahead and speak your truth, girl. We have on stage with us Tanya. I'm welcoming you to the stage. The other speakers welcome you also. Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, we will be closing this room shortly, so we are wrapping up. Tanya, please, the mic is yours. Question or statement? Go ahead, please.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Tanya Wright. I am the CEO and founder of Better Days Ahead. I am also the proudest mother on earth, just sitting in the audience listening to my daughter. That is my daughter. Nobody can tell me anything different. I have watched her walk this journey to just do what thus said the Lord. And it just is an honor to be in the room with her as she pours out into others in her community. Tanya, there are no words for how excited I am for what God is about to do for you and the organization that you have started, Noble Haven Inc. So I had to come up. Sometimes God will allow us to just sit back and just see his fruits. And Tanya, you are doing an excellent job. Excellent. I'm one of the proudest parents on earth. I was looking for the room at 2:30. That's how excited I was for you. So Better Days Ahead will be pouring and sowing into your organization. You never have to worry about that. And I just wanted to be a part of this great event. And hello to everyone. I have followed all of the speakers. It has been an honor to sit in the room and hear just some great people that are blessed to be a blessing. So I'm Tanya Wright, and I'm done speaking. Thank you.
Thank you, Mama Tanya. I love you so much. Yes, she's the one of the women that actually walked me hand in hand, through this particular paperwork process. And I was just like, when you try to do it in your own strength, you mess it up. You can mess it up. But when God sends you angels, you take that and you embrace them and you allow them to do their assignment in your life, fulfill their assignment, because you don't know what releasing to you will release in their life. And so that's that blessed to be a blessing type of thing. She blessed me so that I can be a blessing. And it's just perpetual. It's going to continue to perpetuate in all of our lives. And anybody that's connected to me, that's how I am mentoring people. I don't care what you're going through. Always make sure that you are in the position and willing and able to bless someone else. Because at the end of the day, whatever you lack, God will make sure that he takes up the space to give you what it is that you need. He said in his word, I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor their seed begging for bread. And so that's a fact that I stand on. And I'll never, ever in my life have to wonder for anything, because I serve a God that has a cattle on 1,000 hills. There's more money in your bank, shawty, than what you drank. Okay.
Oh, girl. This is a very heartwarming moment for me, and I am just grinning from ear to ear. I feel the love in the room.
Hey, beautifully animated. I'm doing a Clubhouse interview, you guys. I'm on mute right now, but I'm doing a Clubhouse interview for Noble Haven Incorporated. So I won't be too much saying nothing except in this phone.
Because he has the best ideas. Whatever it is that you had in mind cannot in any way come close, much less to eclipse.
But hey, you guys, I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you can hear them on this phone.
Thoughts of prosperity, thoughts of goodness, thoughts of a hope and a blessed future. I'm going to turn over to Jay right now. It was my pleasure speaking with you, Tanya. Take it as I say it. My absolute pleasure. I am Sheena, and I close the mic. Jay Curtis.
Thank you so much, Sheena. I appreciate you.
All right. Thank you all so much for being here. We're going to start to transition over into our town hall program. Definitely thank you all for being here. Just save the link, and we'll be getting started approximately at about 4:30. So definitely, be sure to follow each other. We're going to just open it up to the audience just for any, just opening thoughts closing thoughts as we transition to our Zoom link for our town hall. I love the pin link so that we can if you guys want to attend the Zoom, all you got to do is copy the link or, hold that link, because when we close out this room, that's where we'll be going. We'll be going over there into that Zoom link. So
thank you, Amber.
You guys will be doing a
thank
couple
you,
announcements.
Miss Walker, thank you guys. I think they're about to wrap up. I don't know.
Also, this amazing opportunity to get an accelerated training empowering entrepreneurs.
He promoting his stuff. Yeah, so I'm about to get ready and log off of here. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Anybody here on the stage, popcorn style, anyone's welcome to share.
Hold on, y'all.
I see Prophet has joined us. Prophet Monica. Any question from you, Prophet? Guess not. Anything from anyone else then?
Thank you so much, Sheena, for the invite. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's on the stage and those that are in the audience. And once again, to Tanya, you are truly a blessing. My heart has been touched, and I wish you much success, and I will be supportive and giving information to others. So thank you again.
Thank you so much, Louise. I appreciate that. You trust me, I am just like, I'm over here like, God, just give me the strength, give me the strength, because I know that this is bigger than me. And that's how you know when it's God, when it's bigger than you, when it's bigger than your two little hands can conceive or do on your own. When you have to, empower as a leader, you have to make sure that you're creating other leaders. And so, because most people like to say I'm a boss, and that's fine. It's all cool because it's, the culture. But being a leader sets you apart from being a boss. I don't want to just tell people what to do. I want to show them what to do so they can duplicate it on their own. When you leave my presence, you will be fully equipped and know how to run a thing on your own. And so that's my whole thing, is making sure that I stay in in the presence of God myself, making sure that I'm checking myself daily, making sure that I'm not operating in the wrong spirit, making sure that my hands are clean and my heart is pure so that I can fulfill this mission. Because it's, like I said, it's way bigger than I can even imagine, way bigger than what I'm saying, even here on this stage today. And so I'm just grateful to God for all the things that are about to transpire from this day moving forward. I'm praying for the people that come alongside of Noble Haven and lock in with us, from the volunteers, the sponsors, the partners, and just people that want to just donate. Just period. I'm grateful to God for those people that are going to be coming along, and the facilitators, the administrators, everybody, right down to the contractor that's going to build the building. So I'm thanking God for it all, because without him, none of this would be possible. I'm just a little old country girl from the South, but he placed a vision on the inside of me for a reason. And I want to tell somebody out there, don't discount your dream. Don't discount the vision that God has given you. Don't look down upon yourself because you feel like you're not where you want to be or where you should be. Hiccups are going to happen in life, right? Because that's just life. How you handle them is the way it's going to determine whether you stay stagnant or move forward. How you handle them, how you perceive them. It's always looking at things in a different perspective, with a different set of lenses. Don't look at it for what it is. Look at it for why is it happening? What's the possibilities in it? What's the opportunity that I can take from it? What can you glean from the hard times? Because that's what's going to literally push you and propel you into greatness. And God has greatness set on the inside of us. The Bible says that I have treasures hidden in your earthen vessels. And it is our job and our duty from the time that we hit the earth is to dig into the treasures that's hidden in this earthen vessel, so that we can come forth, actually giving God a return on his investment. Okay. Hey, brother. Hey, Marcus.
Calm seas never made for a skillful sailor. And for all the storms that you have had to endure.
My interview is about to be over, guys. So I'll end this live in a minute. But I thank you guys so much for coming through. I appreciate y'all, Facebook family, YouTube family. Y'all send some people over to subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Plug, Power, and Purpose. Okay. And don't forget to sow into Noble Haven. Don't forget to sow into Noble Haven. Go to noblehaveninc.org. Noblehaveninc.org. I got it on the screen. Y'all already know.
I am Sheena, and I host Mike.
Yes, noblehaveninc.org, and go donate, go sow, go give. Okay, we need your support. Okay, Marcus, you need to reach out to me because I'm gonna have an event December the 18th of 2021 for the homeless. Reach out to me, brother.
For being an amazing guest speaker and inspiration, just
and go hit your girl up for the CashApp. Don't forget that.
Community leader that we should all support and follow. Your heart is in it, and you have an amazing story and journey, and we're going to be supporting you every step of the way. Rutanya is actually a receiver of some contributions and services that SOCMED Bootcamp is going to be sponsoring, as far as getting the word out about her brand, helping her with her campaign to serve others with marketing and social media support. So we're excited to support her in her journey.
I love
and
y'all.
You guys can give as well. And that's
doing some amazing things.
People that we need to support, those community leaders that are out there actually doing the work. So we thank you all, and be sure to click on the Zoom link if you want to continue on with our presentation. Thanks.
Yes. So I think that's it, you guys. I've been on for a minute now, and I thank you guys so much for tuning into the Plug, Power, and Purpose YouTube channel. Don't forget to go to Noble Haven Inc., right? Don't forget to go to Noble Haven Inc. and support, okay? Support, you guys. We need your help here in the Dallas-Fort Worth region. If you want to actually participate and volunteer, go to noblehaveninc.org and fill out the contact information with your phone number and email, and we will be able to get your information so that you can participate and volunteer and be the hands and the feet and the body out there, helping us with the homeless event on December the 18th of 2021. And I love you guys so very much. I think they're going to go take this over to Zoom or something like that. I'm not sure, but I believe my portion in my segment is over. I love you guys so much, and thank you for watching. It's been a blessing to be a blessing, you guys. I am the plug. I am the plug.